Beaver, away! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Season 15 on ETF2L Highlander. We're going to be watching some semifinals tonight between Tourettes Frenchclub and Sensation, both very well-established teams in the Highlander European scene, both with a pretty good record so far in the leagues as well, reaching all the way to the semifinals, definitely respectable, and tonight they will be duking it out for the final place here. We'll see how it goes tonight. With me is Jem. My name is jakeowaty. I mean, Gamma, not Jem. I'm really sorry, but Gamma, how you doing, man? How are you doing tonight?
I am good. I am really, really good. I'm pretty damn hyped to see what's going to happen in this of high-skill bracket semifinals.
And both teams very well established. A lot of them actually visited the LAN that happened a month ago. Going to go quickly through the rosters of both teams. Going to start with Tourettes Frenchclub. As it seems on their page, Scout, Olga, Soldier Raph, Pyro, Sunrise, very well established pair here. Demo, Holos, very good sixes, Demo man, playing Highlander as well, doing very well for themselves. I mean, Tourettes Frenchclub so far did not drop a single point in the league. Heavy is going to be Kreshnik. Diox is going to be engineering this time, actually, because Spy is Kazul. As far as we know, Sniper is going to be Kunu, probably fake nicking tonight. We'll see how it goes, and Seeds on the Medic class. Very strong roster indeed. A little bit of that Tourette's Chess Club from back in the day, mixed up with a few changes, but definitely a very, very strong roster to be feared of.
Then we take a look at Sensation on the opposite side. They have Spans on Scout. They have legendary man himself, Hearts on Soldier, Sis on Pyro. I believe they have Fux on Demo tonight, Buck on Heavy, Bonobo Engineer, the meme himself, Dave the Irate on Medic, Ollie on Sniper, and Fire on Spy.
Well, did I hear a little bit of a little bit of Dave the Irate being a meme? Where's that coming from?
It's just a word on the street from what I've been told. Anyone who I told I was going to be casting this game basically said something along the lines of Dave to get a 9k, so I'm looking to see some pretty spectacular plays.
On the Medic at 9k? Well, we'll definitely see that. I mean, Dave the Irate, the name kind of, shows us that, hey, there is something to be expected. But before we actually get into the game, we're going to go quickly through the pick and ban phase. There's been actually quite a few interesting choices here, but the ultimate choice of maps is probably not very surprising, as the maps that we've chosen for tonight are very run-of-the-mill ETF2L/UGC maps. So first ban was on Gallywash. That was by Sensations here. No really big surprise. Sixes map, very big, very long, 5 points to cap, can take a long time. Ban then for the Tourette's Chess Club on product. That's a little bit surprising, as I would expect Tourette's Chess Club to be kind of more inclined to play a sixes map, since they can rely on the damage that they have in their combo. Kalis leading the charge, as well as the rest of the team. I mean, Sunrise, Kreshnik, all very aggressive players. So it has been banned by them. It's a bit surprising here, but then they picked Badwater. Very Highlander-centered map as well. Not much to be said about this. We're going to be starting with this one actually just in a moment. And there was a pick by Sensations on Warmtic. And Sensations actually going against this strategy of like Tourette's Chess Club being the aggressors, being the very aggressive DM-based team, picking a Koth map and then finishing off with Tourette's Chess Club, picking yet another Koth map, this time being Coldplant. I mean, what do you think about this, Gamma?
Well, I mean, the Badwater pick is clearly, from my opinion anyway, I mean, they've got the Highlander brain of Kresnik on Heavy, so, he's going to be well used to playing this well-established Highlander map. And interestingly as well, they also beat Sensation in week 1 6-0 on Badwater, so, they have the confidence on that map. I would say Sensation's decision to go Warmtic is probably backing their flank. Because, it's a good map for Soldier, good map for Spy and Sniper as well. But I don't know, I'd expect Kunu maybe to have an edge on that for Frenchclub. And then Coldplant, is just straight up, it's just, the whole map is a sightline. and it's a spies playground as well. So I think it's clearly saying what teams are focusing on here.
Definitely will be interesting. Sensations, actually, like I said, as I'm always saying, I really love a good underdog story. Those Sensations are no underdog. They had a very good season so far, only lost 2 games out of, I do believe that was way more, 1, 2, 3, 4, there you go. That's 2 games out of 6, not too bad. They actually managed to get to the playoffs, one against Super Mega Ice Skaters from Hella Killers. And now they're in semifinals, hoping to take on Tourettes Frenchclub. But looking at the map, looking at the rosters tonight, my expectations for this game would be pretty much Tourettes Frenchclub taking his 2-0. I really would like to see Sensations do something really interesting, maybe a different strategy. I mean, they did pick a Koth map, so maybe there is a strategy behind this. But I would say that Chess Club definitely, or French Club. I keep calling them Chess Club, man. I'm old, okay? I've been playing this game since, what, season, I think, 3 or 2? It was a long time ago. But yeah, French Club. They do definitely have the upper hand here. Sensations will need to prove themselves and prove us all that they can definitely take this and maybe even advance to the finals.
I mean, I like your optimism here, but I think French Club are looking to avenge last season's showing in Premiership. They've really come out strongly in high this season. 6-0 every single time. They got a bye in the quarterfinals. But, you know, personally, I've got to go with the history here. I think they're going to be pretty definitive winners. I'd like to see a good showing from Sensation at the very least. It would be cool if we go to the 3rd map. But I don't know. I really don't know if they can stand up to them.
Yeah, the statistics don't really lie. 6-0, like you said, on all 6 games, very respectable. Didn't have to play the last week, so they're nice and fresh. They just scrimmed as well, so I really don't think we're gonna be up for an upset here from Sensations. Though I would believe that they will make it so, that they will try to at least take 1 point off of Chess Club or French Club, as I keep misnaming them. I really do hope so, but looking at the roster, looking at the stats, looking at the score so far, looking at the map picks even, it's gonna be a very tall task for them.
It's almost an insult, really, to players like Sinrise and KresNik and Kazul and Seeds that they're not in Prem. You know, these are all quality players, and they're out of their league. You know, they need to get back to where they belong.
Probably after the season, they will. After the season, they probably will. But you're right. This they could have definitely taken on top 4 teams, if not even beat some of them. Especially in the last season in Premiership, but unfortunately this is not the case here, and like our producer here, Wiethoofd, is whispering to our ear that they're a little bit sandbagging, but we're not taking this against them. This is entirely within the rules, and well, if you can use your if they can use their strategy here, definitely, you know, if they win high, that's definitely respectable. And apparently they did not make the playoffs last season, so that's a little bit surprising here. But seeing them pretty much roll high, not much to be expected, like in terms of Sensations actually taking this on. But we'll see. This game not yet started. We're still waiting for some players to connect. There's still a bit of a pre-game banter going on. Usual for Highlander.
I mean, I think they were a bit unlucky with the with the Premiership qualifiers. They ran into Fela in the 1st round, and then Wasp in the lower bracket 2nd round. You know, both of those teams well-established Premiership level teams. But you know, you just got to roll with it. They've had to go into high. They've clearly shown that they were more than good enough to play in Prem, I think. And I suppose they have to win today, and then win final if they want to truly prove that they are the proper top gamers in this division.
And whoever actually wins this game will have to fight either against Ugandan Pizza Police or Lil Team. So I'm not really sure if this is actually a good setup here in terms of semifinals. I think if Sensations didn't have to play Tourettes Frenchclub now, they would have probably reached all the way to the finals.
But I'd agree with that, yeah.
But unfortunately, this is the case here, and they will have to fight either Uganda Pizza Police or our little team. We still don't know the result of this game. It already kind of slashed Sensations. I still believe in them. I still give them the benefit of the doubt. I still believe they have what it takes. They have a strong roster here, fielded, ready to go. They've also been playing quite well so far. They only dropped 2 games, and one of them was to Tourettes Frenchclub. The other one was to Ugandan Pizza Police. So then we might be up for an upset here. But like you said, this team with Dave the Irate on the medic, hoping to get a 9k. We'll see. We'll see. I'm really hoping for some really cool new strategies. The meta for Badwater is pretty stale. Not much is being done in terms of new things, new strategies, new places to hold. So I'm hoping to see some tonight. Maybe kind of revitalize this map, as this is one of the most, if not the most staple map alongside Upward.
Yeah, maybe we'll even see the rebirth of roof holes, man.
Oh, that's been so long ago.
Days.
But I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, the roof holes used to be very good, and they were in the meta for a very long time. I do believe when I was playing for 2 or 3 years, it was still a thing. And then I kind of took a break from TF2, like needed to kind of reset, needed to do a little retirement. I come back, and then all of a sudden, if I said, okay, let's do a roof hold, they all look at me like I'm an idiot because no one's doing roof holds anymore. And I never understood what actually happened that stopped roof holes.
I suppose people have started committing more to the first hold. You know, there's that sentry spot watching over the card, maybe trying to get a little bit more control on the hill, that sort of thing. Also the meta, I suppose, with crossbows and that sort of thing. Doesn't really suit roof because it's not easy to heal people quite a lot of the time. Plus how strong third is just an incredibly strong hold if you can get it set up. So, you know, the focus had to shift from second to third, really, in order to get a significant third hold up. Teams who... It is possible to roll through Badwater without getting stuck in momentum-wise. But if there's one place where you're going to get stuck, it's third if you're not careful.
Probably, yeah. It's such a difficult hold with the windows overseeing, the long sidelines as well, with the level 3 sentry being able to tip over that little ledge there on the window is very crucial here. And I'm wondering if Valve actually once decided that this roof hole over the third hold with the window is a little bit too overpowered and just made this ledge, made this windowsill a little bit higher so this couldn't be set in there. I'm wondering what would have happened, actually, if engineers would actually think of a better place or the third hold wouldn't be as good anymore.
I'm always up for reinventing the meta a little bit, but I think it's going to be a while before Badwater gets reinvented again.
Oh, yeah.
What I am interested in seeing, personally, as a medic main, I hate Warmtic, but I'm always interested to see how different teams go about pushing and holding the points. Because, in my opinion, there is no good push, there is no good hold. Everything sucks on that map.
Well, it's actually really funny because most of the casters that I've casted with so far, they're all medic mains, including myself. There's something about the class and this kind of feel to tell people how it is in the game. But I think like medics, more than anybody else, understand the intricacies of the game. You know, no disrespect to other classes or just trying to rub my own ego here, but that's just kind of how it is. We watch the game basically from a little third spectator position all the way in the back. We don't really take that much care to be in the attention or try to shoot people. So I guess it kind of translates to flying around the map and commenting on what's going on.
Big brain gamers, one and all.
It's just like a little, I think, little observation I managed to find out. But we're slowly getting ready to get into the game. There's already, I think, 18 people on the server as of now. Both teams are filled up. Both teams are ready to go. So we'll see in a second, actually, if they go for the game and we can start the show on the road. Let's go, boys.
I want to see some Highlander action. This is
this
is what we're all here for. I want to see the sick plays, sick bombs. It's always good on first to see any innovative bombs. I've seen a few teams recently, lower levels, maybe not exactly higher prem, have started using the thermal thruster with their demo and soldier bombs on the first. So, you know, I'd kind of like to look at that. Kind of like to take a look at that.
You also have to remember that we do have the dumpster deviceman himself, Hearts, on one of the teams. Sensations do have that in their back pocket. No one else has mastered that weapon yet. But we are now ready to go, I do believe, or was it...
we've lost a player.
As a
we
fake.
have lost a player.
Yep. So they'll have to actually do it again. Once, and we'll see how it goes. But so far, so good. I mean, I'm really wondering if Hearts is going to do the same thing he was doing all those years before. A beggar's bazooka jump, 2 rockets into the medic's face. You can't really escape that much damage that quick. So we'll see so far. But right now, just a little bit of a dead time again. This is typical Highlander experience, as some naysayers may say. You know, still have to wait, but this is part of the game. You know, you have all the time for the banter in the world.
I mean, this game was only, 20 minutes late starting so far? That's nothing in Highlander standards.
Yeah, that's
try waiting
true.
half an hour to 50 minutes for a game to start.
Back in the days of a certain team and a certain team leader, that would not go through. I think after 15 minutes, which is the rule set, if one team does not ready up, then the other either has to play with less players or, well, take a forfeit. But we are ready to go now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the Season 15 semi-finals between Tourettes Frenchclub and Sensations. This is Jake. With me today is Gamma, and we'll be bringing this to you here on KritzKast. Let's go, boys.
Alright, let's see, as all the red players, of course, kill themselves in the honor of the Texan, who will be the forefront of their defense on this point. I'm just, as I said, you know, I kind of want to see more Pyros embrace the Thermal Thruster. As a former, I played Pyro for a season. You know, Thermal Thruster, I think it could actually be quite good on this point. If teams aren't expecting it, of course, is the big thing.
Yeah. If you're able to actually get through and maybe distract the sentry with like a scout with a bonk, you can get through with a back burner. And while people are attacking from 2 different sides, you can just crit them from behind. I think this is a viable strat that could be employed here. You know, there's a bomb by a soldier and a bomb by a demo and a scout targeting your sentry. A backburner Pyro would be exactly what you need in this push here, and Pyro could have very easily get through on the side of the cliff. But the gates are down and getting to go. Sis is going up there with Buck, and the soldier as well slapping the heavy beneath the tunnel. Actually, they're gonna go for a nice little push from the beneath here. Buck actually getting spotted out, taking some damage there. Sis going in, Hearts as well. Kuno is the only one dying there. The medic is still alive. He is fine, 100% ubercharge, no sweat here. The Raph is going from behind him, able to take off here. Buck unfortunately going down, and Oli is paying with a nice backstab by Kazul. That offense has been completely dismantled here by the red team, but they're going once again here. Sensations from the long range sideline here. Fox actually doing quite a lot of damage to the sentry already, but it's being repaired and reflected. Not much being done. Finally, the Uber has been popped, but Dave, late pop, but they lost a lot of players here. Fox cannot do everything by himself, and the Sunrise is going to blast the medic. Oh, what a headshot by Kuno mid-air after he flare blast by the Pyro. What a play. And once again, this push has been completely dismantled, but Seeds still has that very slight 20% advantage.
I don't agree with that push at all. That was just entirely maybe a little bit of nerves, some playoff nerves getting to them. There's no need to rush that. They had plenty of time to send another bomb, maybe 2. Pushing from there, you got the height disadvantage. They had the Uber disadvantage because they popped early. Like, they dropped players. It was just all nasty. As we see a bomb coming in here from Hearts, not really getting anything except for a bit of damage onto Seeds. This is what they should have done before Ubering.
He's doing quite a good job here as well. I mean, he's being well protected, he's staying alive. Bucky are actually very aggressive on the cliffside. He's gonna finally pay with his life. Sis also being quite aggressive there on the cliff, getting a little bit of heal from Dave. Dave's building very slowly, 50% disadvantage to Seeds. He's just nice and fine, fires on the backside as well, trying to do something here. Spans also taking some nice fire from Olga and Raf. And right now, Tourettes Frenchclub doing a very good job holding this top. They are not afraid at all. They have everything in their power and in their, well, arsenal to do that, but essentially going down here. Nice bomb here by Raph, trying to delay it as much as possible. Seed still has 100%, but losing that engineer sentry is going to slow them down a bit. They had to drop down all the way to the tunnel, and now with Dave with 100% and respawns on the way, they may be able to retake it yet.
They lost the high ground there. They fell off to defend the card for a bit, and there was a bit of an opportunity there for Sensation to get in and maybe take the high ground Star Wars style. But, you know, I think now That's a level 2 sentry up already for Hobbs. Here comes the Uber now coming in onto Sis, trying to get what he can, air blast people back, but Seed still hasn't even used.
Holding it quite long, and he's still holding it. He's not too afraid of it. Kuno is all the way in the long sniper side, and he's taking space. Dandy, fuck's all going down there, and looks like red team here, Frenchclub, will be able to resettle on this top spot. Once again, Fire going behind. He might be able to get something. He might be getting a drop here. Fire getting a drop. Amazing play there. He managed to sneak through the Tourettes Frenchclub defenses, and losing the med with the Uber is going to be quite crucial here. Look at this. Sensation's already got the signal going in with full force through the cliff. They don't have the Uber yet, but they don't need it either. Hard jumping in, trying to take down the level 1 sentry. It's not going to be enough to stop them. Fox also put quite a lot of damage, and red team Frenchclub need to reinforce themselves back at the second point. They're all low health. No medics still to be seen. And blue team finally gets the opening they're looking for. Deox is the last person trying to hold them off just a little bit longer. But no, this point belongs to Sensations.
You know, took them a long time to get that, but at least they eventually got it. They're trying to roll forward, trying to use that momentum that they've got. But it was just a good shot from Kuno onto Ollie, and they just all felt a little bit too threatened. Fox got cleaned up. Obviously, again, we don't see that roof hold no more, but we're just contesting this corner a little bit, and now they're going to back off as soon as Sensation capped his second point.
Oh, they only have 25% disadvantage here. Frenchclub are setting up on the third point. They have a level 1, but that's going to be enough to hold the blue offense. Kuno is also looking in the sniper sidelines. Ollie might be able to take a spot of him. No, they just misclick. Ollie is still scoped in, and he gets a nice headshot on the Kuno, opening up a lot of space. Going in assist, still pushing the card here. Kaja or Kalis is just spamming over the rooftop here, not taking no much damage. But look at this, they're going through the boiler room. They have Ollie to back them up. They still popping very early, going in with the Uber. Nicely done by Sis, jumping over this level 2 sentry only, but Kayla still has the Uber. They're popping back, trying to save their team, and they may be able to hold this just yet. Kazul is trying to stop the sentry. Maybe he'll go for the medic. Kayla's taking quite a lot of damage, but finally Buck goes down there. Kayla's still on his own. Nowhere to be seen in this Seeds. Too low health. He's on fire. He will die. No doubt. He does do a nice detonator shot. And after this huge mess, only 3 people up. Fox, Buck, Hearts not pushing yet. They lost all the players. That level 1 sentry still up. And Deox with Kuno. Only people defending the card as of now. They might have actually stabilized.
I was going to say that that was an absolutely epic post-Uber fight by Sensation. And then they all just didn't realize there was still a level 1 sentry up. And as Seeds died, everyone else just started to die to it, and every player that was around it. The high ground wins in TF2, you know?
You know, it's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. I need to squeeze that in, okay? Every stream there has to be at least one Star Wars joke, but there we go. Kalis still holding the spot very aggressively. Blue team once again, Sensations going from the side, from the boiler room. They're trying to do some nice damage, but Deox is there to prevent from any jumpers, you know, messing up his mojo there. Fox also being all by himself on the card, still trying to spam out the sentry, but Cups is doing an excellent job keeping it up. As well as Seeds holding up quite well. They don't have the Uber just yet, but they're building it very fast, do all this spam damage. Going in with the Uber is Buck, but he's a heavy. He doesn't have the range to take down this sentry, and I don't understand this decision, but Dave.
He was kind of forced there. There was a lot of pills coming towards him, and he got hit by one, so, you know, you do what you gotta do. This counter Uber coming out from Seeds, I don't know what they're trying to do with this.
I don't think they have anything to lose at this point. I mean, the other Uber has been popped. They're building quite fast to all the damage, and they have a pretty good hold here. Deox all by himself holding it top right. But Sensations keep going through the boiler room. They're opening it with Ollie. Ollie actually taking down with a body shot. Seeds, that's no medic for the red team. Tourettes Frenchclub having a little bit of trouble staying alive at the moment. Deox actually all health. Sentry's finally going down, and looks like Sensations will be able to push this all the way to the third.
Yeah, losing Seeds there is absolutely crucial. The fact that they're not losing too many other players might mean that they might be able to stop this from rolling directly through. Like they have Kuno watching the corner. Seeds is up now, starting to overheal people, but this is a massive Uber advantage. If Sensation play this right, clear out the remaining players from house, they can just wander through here with this Uber advantage, clean up, and hopefully keep that ×3 crucially on the card. They're a little bit slow by virtue of that first push, but here comes the Uber in now through Jug.
They're going in. Fox actually spending the sentry, focusing on that with help of Bug, and he flashed there. They may be able to take it down yet, but Seed is still alive. He's all the way back in the staircase. He gets 2 sticks nice on the medic. Case with his life, but that's well worth it. As they equalize
onto
for
Dave.
Yeah, Dave is actually going down there. Nice stab, equalizing the situation, but the card is still being pushed and no sentry to be seen.
Crucially though, you know, Kadia is up. He's spamming that card. He has his lovely heavy friend Deox with him. This is going to slow them down again. All that spam on the card, they can't safely push it. Just losing the heals there, the crucial point. No sustain for them when they were trying to push that card. And now they're going to have to reset again, slowing them down even further.
That was a great play by Fox, actually going all the way behind because she knew medics like to sit in there. Goes in, 2 sticks, sees down, opening a lot of space, but now we're up to the next team fight here. Bug actually holding with the soldier hearts in the map room here, putting some spam on the sentry that's still level 3. Nicely done by Cobbs, keeping it up. Seed's actually taking some spam damage. He might need to watch out for his life. 70% is nothing to sniff at. Dave about the same. Now only looking for a headshot to open up with. Kuno is gonna peek him through. He might get shot. No! Both actually missed their shots, and now Raph going in for the sniper. Nicely surfed away by Ollie. And right now, Fox with assist, trying to get on the cart without Uber. Nicely done, opening quite a lot of room as well. Going for the sentry here. Blue Medic actually popping Uber very early, going from the top. But C's trying to find someone to help him with that one. He's still flashing a lot, but the losing players. Buck is all swarmed. Sis is low health, but they will be able to equalize and possibly stabilize after this push. Losing that sentry of Cobbs is going to be crucial here, and they are. They're pushing the blue team out, but look at this! Scout Bounce trying to get it in, sneaky Viki like, but not quite in yet. This cart is almost at the point, but still will require one more push. Here, Hart's going in!
Massive.
And he gets pushed away, and he actually gets the medic as well!
Oh, what a play from Hearts. I was gonna say this looks absolutely dire for a Sensation. No push, even that little novel push through tires to drop down on them. Even that wasn't going to work for them, but what a play from Hearts. Absolutely massive bomb. And even when knocked away, he manages to land a final rocket onto Seeds. Absolutely crucial play. But no,
Hearts.
Dave goes out
What?
to Raph with the conch play, just walking right into him, and now almost everyone on Sensation dies.
That is just a medic changing weapon here. Classic actually whipped out on Kuno. I'm sure what he's trying to do. Maybe some of those quick scope, no scope shots. We'll see how it goes, but what a play by both soldiers, actually equalizing the situation and delaying the blue team. That looks so well for Sensations, but not right now. They need to rebuild the super. Dave is actually not that fast with this. 70% already on Seeds, as he did die a little bit earlier. And now once again, this choke point is being held by Tourettes Frenchclub. The carts are slowly rolling back. They'll need to touch it to prevent it from doing so. Kuno gets a headshot onto Ollie. I'm not sure if that was a quick scope or not, but or the long scope, but there he goes. Buck and Bucks going all the way from behind once again. Buck's actually losing a lot of life here. Dave still doesn't have the Uber, but the red team doesn't seem to realize that. The Ox holding in the map room, preventing the Hearts to going ever again, because that was very dangerous what happened last time. We saw him going there. Blue team holding on to the tires there as well. And just a little bit of a stalemate, but Fox going in with the Uber, getting blasted by the Sentry with an aggressive spot, going down very easily. Now Seeds is gonna get damaged, but they counter pop, chasing off Fox. Quite a lot of players going down. Dave actually getting mowed down by the Sunrise, and they're still going in, but once again, Frenchclub able to stabilize the situation after a nice Sensations push.
Sensation need to look to get a significant pick before they go in at this point. They're getting DM'd when it's kind of even numbers wise. Like, they'd lose Buck there on the Uber in because he wasn't flashed, and Kuno just gets him with another headshot. But they'd really need to look to kill Kuno at the very least. Maybe Sinrise as well, who's doing a lot of work, before they can really think about pushing in, because this time is going to be very slow otherwise. Still 5 minutes, of course, they have to cap this, but you know, if they don't change something soon, I don't see them actually capping this at all.
Kuno is still running the classic. I keep calling them quick scope, but they're more of like a long scope hip shot, but that's what it is. Ollie actually still duking him out in the exact same spot. They have not stopped scoping that one area out throughout the entire round. Here Sis is actually there all the way by himself, and look at this, going with the crit, but not quite getting it. Sees just the last moment he actually pops, saving his life and his team's. And it's not gonna work out for Dave. He has to get away with this. He knows he cannot fight against the Uber. Nicely done! Here Kuno taking down Fox. Ollie as well. Once again, Frenchclub actually pushing all the way forward. They have all the room in the world to push them in. They will be able to delay it even more than it already is. Going in, Sis is all by himself, getting body shot by the classic. That hurts, but he's still alive, and right now it's getting stabilized. Fire trying to get a stab on the sniper, but he turns around just in the last moment. Now he's gonna have a little bit of a time to relax and wait. Spans also joining him on the flank. Hard spots on the side, but Kuno's scoping Buck out. Definitely stopping that force from happening. Hearts now in a lot of trouble by the scout, and very easy pickings by Olga. Well done there once again. Frenchclub just holding that last point and not letting any inch.
I mean, this is the second time now it's going to happen. It's going to be Kritz versus Uber, and the Uber was built just as fast as the Kritz. Like, there's something not right there at all. They're going to be almost completely wiped. It's just Buck left. He's going to be killed as well. Literally a full wipe. There's no, like using Kritz, that is something different. That is trying something different to break in onto point. But what's the point in using it if you're not building it faster than the Uber that the enemy team has? That's 2 wasted Uber opportunities now simply because they couldn't build the Kritz fast enough.
Now, once again, blue team will try to get their attention of the red team, try to get through. Hearts actually going in the flank already. Bucks moving into the map and they're getting the positions, but Diox already waiting there. Well done by him. Now it's going to be a lot of trouble. He's going to be picked off by Spans and Hearts Farts. Well done there. Once again, Sisfox all spamming the cart, slowly rolling back. It's still not being pushed. And Kalis actually doing pretty well job. I mean, he's still just holding it on its own, basically. The rest of the team just kind of chilling at this point. Raph is just putting some rockets out. Kuno is still sniping the same exact spot he's been sniping for the past 5 minutes. Not much is being changed in terms of this game, like you said, Gamma. I mean, Sensations need to try something interesting if they want to take down Tourettes Frenchclub. They're way too seasoned, way too good to actually let be fooled by these bombs or these crits plays. But once again, they're gonna try with the crit streak. I do believe I see. No, it's just a regular medic. And once again, by Dave the Irate, he's losing quite a few players there again. Fox, Hardfart, Buck all going down, trying to get the medic. Seed's actually taking quite a lot of damage, but he's alive and he has not popped yet. Buying them precious minutes.
That was exactly what I was saying about them needing to do something different. That was a nice little sack wave, nice little coordination coming in. It got Seeds down to about 30 HP, but that man has big bananas.
Big bananas.
Big bananas down under.
So in Australia.
Big bunch of grapes holding on to that Uber, 30 HP. This entry position also is just going to completely mess up any attempt at a sack wave. But no, here comes the Uber force.
Oh, well done here. Actually, both medics popping. A lot of people being flashed here, and the sentry actually making Buck fly all the way up. He's still alive though. Dave the Irate actually going down here. I mean, not going down, coming up. But he's gonna get headshot by Kuno. No contestation there. Buck doing well here. Dave again on the cart right now. It looks like Frenchclub are losing players. A little bit too scattered. They're having troubles. Sunra is actually chasing up the medic. He might be able to get it. Very low on health, but he does. Now Ollie and Spans all on the cart right now. They're trying to get it through. Level 3 sentry all the way back is going to be stopping them from being pushed. Kalis once again getting reunited with his team, but Nomad as of now seems still down from that last push. Going to give Dave that precious Uber advantage they need, as there's only 1 minute left on the clock if they want to push it in time.
I don't know at this point. They've tried a lot of things. These post-Uber fights, they had the Uber, you know, they had the advantage time-wise there. They used the Uber later, they flashed less, dropped less players. As I say that, oh, never mind. Sensation are losing just as many players as Frenchclub. But on that last Uber fight, they had absolutely everything in their favour, and they still just lost the post-Uber DM fest. Crucially, the level 3 sentry I suppose watching from spawn, but I don't know, this looks pretty hopeless for Sensation.
Top's doing a pretty good job actually putting the teleporter all the way in the middle, just kind of allowing people to go directly on the car. Nice headshot to Sunrise by Ollie, opening it up, preventing the Pyro actually being up and able to push people away. It's actually quite crucial for the last point, but there's no time left for the blue team. They need to get on the cart, but they're not doing that. Fire is actually the only person who thinks going in, but getting pushed away by the scout. Olga actually defending cart all by himself. Now the entire Sensations team is wiped out, and 3-0 so far is to Sensations. They did not cap the last point, which means that if the KritzKast teams or Frenchclub team pushes the 3 points under 7 minutes and 10 seconds, that means they'll win. Otherwise, they'll just have to push it all the way through to the 4th point, and the victory is theirs.
At this point, I would say that there's got to be some confident heads in the French club comms. This is looking pretty good for them as they're all demo men taunting in spawn. Kabeam indeed.
Oh, you know, a little bit of a friendly banter. Oh, I think getting pissed by Ollie. He's not too happy about this situation right now, but rightfully so. 7 minutes and 10 seconds to push 3 points. This is not impossible, quite the opposite. This is actually going to be quite comfortable for the French club to do, especially with the loadout, with the setup, and the performance they had today. Holding the last point in such a fashion. I mean, it was back and forth for quite a while, but Sensations couldn't capitalize on any of the openings. They got the cart really far towards the point, but they didn't ultimately manage to get it through, and now the gates are going to be down. Once again, this is French club on the offense, Sensations on the defense. They'll be looking to do something here. Sunrise actually doing what you said before. He's using the little jump pack that the Pyro has now, going all the way up, but he's caught out and he's going down. And now the blue card is now currently being pushed. Olga Cobb's working on that. Medic still holding in spawn seeds. Is nice, safe and sound, waiting for an opening here. Raph and Kayla's going in. Gonna put a few sticks on the medic, but this is not enough. And Dave is in the sideline of Kuno. Might be able to spot him, but not quite. And the first sack wave is going to go down, and Sensations are still holding.
Kalis just overshot his jump there a little bit. Sentry was able to catch him and pin him into the skybox. But I like that Sunrise is using the thermal thruster, but I'll give him some tips from the depths of open, man. You have to go from tunnel. You can't go in the middle of the sentry sight line. So I like the inventiveness, but need to be going from the right way for that to work, really.
Oh, but Fire actually managed to feel out a moment, stabbing the demo man in the back. No seats has to go all the way back. They don't have the force to push it in through the clip without the demo help. But they're still doing quite well, actually. The engineer is using the Eureka effect to get all the way back to spawn as they're losing the top position here. They do have the teleporter still up, but looks like French club have noticed that and they just let it through. They just let it go because one player... Oh, Fire actually using it. He may have spotted by Kalis. He is. Now everyone knows it's up by behind. So see, this is a clever idea by French club.
It's a good strategy, alright, but you know...
just leave a teleporter, you know, just spawn camp, because someone's definitely gonna go through there trying something really scary. But now, second point belongs now to French club, easily done by them. They do have 73%, but so does Dave. They don't have the sentry yet. Stations here. Not in the window, not in the open. It's level 3 getting set by Kalis. He may Kazul, I mean, he may be able to get a shiv onto space. Then that's no engineer for the red team in an upcoming push by blue team. Oh,
Sis wasn't using the home wrecker on defense. I don't know about that, fam. Help out your engineers, be a pie, bro. Uber coming in from C, pretty much just onto Sunrise, looking to see if he can get fucks, but all he gets is the Uber force back. Looking to take some ground back, but they're not really getting any significant kills with it.
No, they're just losing players on the opposite here. Kuno actually, nice headshot on Flux, losing the demo man in the defense. It's gonna be quite crucial here. Kalis actually taking quite a lot of damage himself, but Diox is there to help him out. Going in, mowing down people. Hearts is still up, and Dave as well in the top window, but this is not enough, as just 3 points under 7 minutes is all it takes for French club to win, and that they do. First point off this set goes to the way of Tourettes Frenchclub. Very well done.
You've got to be disappointed. You've got to be disappointed if you're Sensation. They really could have done better than that, I think. But with the 7 minutes, 10 seconds time on 3 points, I don't know. If I was French Club, I'd be looking to push 4 points with that sort of time, especially with the sort of form they were in. Exactly. Kuno in particular really popping off. We're going to have a look at some logs, maybe, see if we can see anything there.
There's any logs popping up in our trusted logs.tf. There they are. And once again, I'm gonna go by top kills in this round. Kuno popping off, like you said, 27 kills, followed by, surprise, surprise, a heavy played by Diox from the same team with 25. Then Olga third with 22. Basically, all the people but Cobbs are in the top top of this kill list with most kills. On the other side, you just can't see many kills happening on the side of Sensations. It's pretty much been all the way through the Tourettes Frenchclub show, with holding the third point so splendidly and then letting go to hold the last. And the last was just a little bit messy, a little bit chaotic, but Sensations just really couldn't capitalize on any of the openings they had, and Frenchclub just knew when to go in and try to equalize onto Dave whenever Siege was going down. So it definitely shows in the logs as well. Going to look at the damage as well here. There you go.
Oof, that's some pretty heavy kills difference between Sensation and Frenchclub. Literally double the kills for Frenchclub, nearly double the damage. Oh, that just makes tragic reading, really. Just, they were out DM'd in a lot of places, particularly in post-Uber fights, I think. And then if you look at other things as well, Ollie and Sniper dying 20 times, 12 of those kills were to Kunu or Kazil. He got absolutely focused out of it by the opposing pick classes, couldn't get any space at all. And I think space was at a premium for Sensation, and they never could really get any.
Oh, kill difference here, looking again, Spans, Kazul, 7 kill difference here. Actually, Spans just chasing Kazul off, but then it's just a Tourettes Frenchclub show. Kunu onto Bug, 7 kills. Kazul onto Ollie, like he said, 6 himself. Raf taking Spans out 5 times. That's just been a Frenchclub show all the way through. They've been rolling the show. They've been defending very well. And Sensations had some really interesting strategies, and it just kind of looked even like they could cap last a few times, to be fair. They got seeds quite a few times as well, but it was just simply not enough. The Tourettes Chess Club just know what to do. They don't lose their cool when they lose their medic. And they managed to actually get a play off of it, maybe even trade the medic. And since your medic is respawning much faster, since they died a little bit earlier, that gives you this crucial Uber advantage you're looking for, and you just push with that. So definitely well done to Tourettes Chess Club, but this is not over yet. It's going to be moving towards a second map in the set. Is going to be, or is it going to be the second round? We'll see. Second round on Badwater. Oh boy.
Ooh, so we are getting best of 3 Badwater then.
Oh boy.
Buckle up, boys. Come here for a while, maybe.
Yeah. Just gonna stretch my legs a little bit and we'll see how it goes. But definitely Badwater. This time it's going to be Tourettes Frenchclub attacking, and seeing their performance so far and seeing how Sensations are kind of unable to find any openings, I really doubt this round is going to be very long, unless Sensations actually come up with some interesting strategies on the fly. It's very difficult, however, to do this on a map like this, because on a KOF map, you just kind of can hope to get like good picks. Maybe your team will activate in terms of DM, maybe you'll get lucky, maybe you get like really good sniper shots. But on a Highlander map like this, on the payload, you need to have a strategy prepared. If you just go in unprepared to a game like this is just only going to bite you back very soon.
Pretty much. I mean, there are positives for Sensation to take out of this. Heart's pick on Seas on last was just mental. Like,
that was
that
great.
Crazy jump through. They have the individual ability there to just pull off some of these plays. But as you say, you know, that matters more on a cut map where there's a lot more scope for that sort of thing, where you can play around death timers and that sort of thing. But for this payload, Badwater, you need to have ideas, you need to have strategies prepared, even if they involve the thermal thruster. But I don't know, they're gonna have to pull something out of the playbook here, I think, because otherwise, as you say, this is gonna be a very, very fast game.
We're getting ready for both teams to ready up, basically. Still waiting for them. But yeah, Tourettes Frenchclub so far looking incredibly strong. They've been looking incredibly strong throughout the season, and as we've been discussing before the game here, they probably are a little bit too good for high at the moment. They could have easily played Prem, but right now the Sensations problem to actually try to find an opening, try to find a weak spot in the Frenchclub team, but so far it doesn't look like they have any.
I don't know. Motivational speech, you know?
Yeah, this is the time.
Get their fires, probably if you've heard the pun, get their fires rustled up.
This is the time
they have the capability. They definitely do. They finished second in their group. Really, really good, really good record this season. As we go live now again, so we see multiple demos again in spawn for the taunts.
This is the mental game, you know, because this is definitely allowed. It's maybe a little bit dirty, but this is just a mental struggle at this point. It's a psychological warfare, because if you manage to get into the enemy's head before even the game starts, you basically secure yourself the win. And if you go all the way to the blue spawn, this sound is going to haunt you in your dreams and nightmares. Because Seeds is the only actually other class than a demo, man. They're all looking in, they're waiting. And the red team knows. They know about this and they will have to do something really interesting. This is the time that you find that old video of Shia LaBeouf shouting, "Do it." Post it in your Mumble or Discord and hope just that team pulls through. Because right now, you're looking at a massive mountain that Tourettes Frenchclub is. Absolute legends, very seasoned. And there needs to be something done as we're getting ready for the second round of PL Badwater. 5 seconds to go till gates open. And Gamma, how about you take this one?
Sure thing. I want to see Sunrise on that thermal thruster again, see what he can do on it. They're just looking to get some space. Ralph was looking for a bomb there, but got denied by a random pipe. It's a very far forward sentry coming out from space. And Dandy looking to deny some jumpers, perhaps. And here comes that jumper. Looking to get what he can. Soldier up, drops the medic, down goes Dave. Great sack wave coming in. Turns out that demo bomb was just a distraction for the main event. Raph himself coming up from tunnel, dropping Dave, and that's going to leave a clear path open for Frenchclub to push in here.
Now it's all in Fire's hands to actually equalize this. He sees that all the people are coming up the cliff. He may be looking for an opening here. He might get Seeds. If he's there, he will do it. No, he just pops the last second Seeds, deflecting himself and his team from getting stabbed. What a play there, but they're losing the supercharge here. They are unable to do anything because they had to defend against the spy, but they are still spamming the combo. A lot of damage being done. That sentry is taking quite a lot of damage itself as well. Dandy lost his dispenser. There's a lot of kills being exchanged as well, but not much being done. The card is still not pushed in. But sentry taking damage. No engineering to be found right now. A lot of spam once again being exchanged. Bucks is spamming Raph. Raph is jumping for Hearts first. He wants the kill, but Hearts just stomps on him. And that's pretty much the conclusion of this push here. Seed's actually going down there. I'm not sure what happened.
He had spans up in his face, and Kadia just couldn't hit anything on him, and then he just gets randomly killed. Oh no!
Kalis!
Kalis, massive work. And oh no, they're all gonna have to flee here.
What are you made of? He just finds the medic somewhere and just takes him down with ease, and now Fire has to do all the work himself once again. He's all cloaked, waiting for an opportunity, but with Sunrise just flaming around, it's not gonna work out in his favor here. Seed's actually having a nice advantage over Dave. They're pushing on the second. There's a sticky trap already being placed by Fox, but it's being spotted by Sunrise himself, and it's all good now. Now Raph is looking for an opening, low on health, but he will be looking to get something done here. He's just spamming at the moment. Level 3 sentry, no, not yet. Only a level 1 on third point. Kazul going all the way back as well, trying to make this happen. Sis is actually on the spy duty. They know they need this sentry to be up and running, but Chess Club or Frenchclub are pushing in. Look at this. They have all the players they need in the positions. Kayla's going all the way in the front. They still haven't popped. They're putting quite a lot of damage onto Buck. Buck is eating the sandwich. Seed's still alive. Still not being pressed. Level 3 sentry on behind the corner, but it's not protecting the sentry where it has to be. Kayla's going in, spamming the sentry. Gonna go down. Sis is low health. Finished off as well. Now going all the people on the balcony. Dave is gonna get his Uber soon, but they may be a little bit too late, as Spans is currently trying to stop the cart from being pushed by Olga.
Fire gets Seeds.
Oh no! That might be the opening they were looking for, but Dave is taking quite a lot of damage again, but he's not dropping yet. He's half health. Cart is being currently deflected by Hearts, taking out Olga. Fox as well. Kazul is actually the only person. Oh no! Almost getting it in. But this is not quite enough, and now Space Dandy with only level 1 sentry. This is surely gonna go in by Frenchclub.
That particular hold that they were doing, you know, they had the sentry on the corner, I agree with that. Even if you're disadvantaged, you're not going to get a level 3 up safely. But why you have your medic in-house while you have about a 40-50% to your disadvantage, I have absolutely no idea, and somehow it works out. Dave holds on to his Uber. They might want to do something aggressive with this, you know, just even for their own confidence. Get in their face, get some frags, make yourselves feel comfortable. You have the Uber advantage, albeit very slight now.
Fire has been spotted all the way behind. He will die, surely. Oh, he actually gets out with his life. What a play there by the spy, but now Seeds about to get his 100%. He did lose a few players, but that's okay as the respawns are coming in. 100% by Dave, not using this Uber charge advantage to do anything interesting. Ollie's actually all the way up as well, sniping into the house here. Deox leading the charge, trying to clean up the stakes before the team pushes. This is surely gonna go. Heart's actually all the way to the side. With that black box, he'll be able to stay alive for quite a while. Deox taking quite a lot of damage, and right now a little bit of a stalemate going, but French Club are not in a rush. They're waiting for a good opportunity, and they do. Going with the scout, leading the charge, getting that nice speed boost for the medic. But the sentry is still up. They're not taking any kills for it. Now the Uber has faded, taking a lot of damage from the sentry itself, and Dave
Fire
has
gets
100%.
Seeds again.
What?
Another post-Uber stab from Fire. They're gonna need to get someone on that. Medics at their weakest post-Uber, of course, and Fire taking advantage of it again. Dave, again, doesn't have to use, barely takes any damage. I wonder if he's just gonna let another full advantage go, because, you know, you might as well at this point.
Looking very good for Sensations all of a sudden. Fire is actually opening quite a lot of time and space for them, and he's still not being found. He's been a menace behind the enemy lines, and he's still being a menace. And right now we do have a pause coming out. I'm not sure why.
Probably for something we shall see in the future.
But Fire actually saving his team from a lot of trouble, buying them time they need.
Yeah, with Spy, it's often, you know, it's maybe not often the quantity of picks you get, more so what picks you get and when you get them. That's the perfect time to kill a medic right after an Uber, when your medic hasn't even used his Uber yet. When the enemy team is all looking to try and kill a sentry, all distracted, perfect timing. Great game sense from Fire, and he's really buying his team a lot of time here.
Actually really surprised and impressed by him because he's been behind enemy lines for quite a while now. He's managed to sneak through, and he actually was taking quite a lot of damage from the engineer and soldier, and Raph couldn't even find him with the splash damage from the rockets. He just went all the way back, waited it out, and then just went for the medic kill. What a play there by Fire, and he's still back there, if you can probably see. He's still up there, he's still cloaked. He's still waiting for opportunities, but now with Dave 100%, they may be even able to use this. But knowing how Sensations are a little bit intimidated by the French Club, I don't really think they will have the bananas to go for this. To go for a nice aggressive push on the defense, especially with that much room that the blue team has to run away. If they got Ollie, but all the way in the bottom, and able to maybe snipe and scope in onto Seeds, that maybe would have worked. But at the same time, Seeds is just being protected so well by his team, it's very difficult to take him down, and so far only Fire has been able to do so. Ollie is pretty much completely countered by Kunu, and then Hearts, every now and then he gets a nice jump in there. Spectacular, but a little bit too rare to actually make it work and happen.
Yeah, you can't rely on miracle plays happening all the time. But, you know, when you have a player like Hearts on your team, they can happen more often than not, perhaps. But at the moment, those miracle plays are coming from Fire, as we've said, really dragging his team into it. Payload maps, in general, you know, they're all about momentum, keeping momentum, preventing the defensive team from stopping your momentum. And for the first time, I think, in this series, Sensation have actually really got the French Club and stopped the momentum of this historic team.
This is a momentous occasion here, and getting a little bit of heads up from Deox off the Tourettes Frenchclub team that Raph has timed out, probably internet issues, and now they're just waiting for him to reconnect, as we are all kind of waiting for them to basically go back into the game and continue where they left off. But so far so good for the red team. Look at the position as well. It's very curious that Dave is holding in the balcony. It's a very susceptible position to be in for a medic, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, 100%, and that's why I was so confused as to why he was there at an Uber disadvantage previously. It's so easy to get cleaned up in there, it's spam and whatnot. You've nowhere to escape. It's a bit questionable. I know heavies recently have started liking playing in this house area so you can drop down and clean up people. But that doesn't mean your medic has to be there too, you know? Yes, being in the old position kind of leaves you open to being sniped from Boiler. But, you know, you kind of want to be able to control Boiler yourself anyway. And if you're there yourself as a medic, you can always buff your sniper. And you got to trust your sniper main to out DM, be the god that he is, get those crucial picks and cover those sightlines. I do like the idea, though, if it's an Uber advantage like this, it's a little bit harder to pick him, particularly for spies. It's very hard for Kazil to get up there. So, it's something a little bit different, and I kind of like it myself.
Well, I really do enjoy the position of the heavy being in the top window as well, because it's very easy to just simply eat a sandwich, get a small health pack to replenish your sandwich, eat another one that's already 600 health healed, and you can also just wait it out a little bit, sit on the little railing behind the wall, all safe, and just wait for your medic to stuff you chock full of arrows. So it's definitely a good position to be holding on for. Still waiting for Raph to reconnect, as far as I know, asking Diox as my little plug for the game what's going on right now about this, because we still have quite a few games to go, and so far, once again, Sensations are just holding pretty damn well against Frenchclub offense. I mean, they're just getting what they need, but I'm just wondering how long can they keep this up?
Yeah, that's going to be the crucial question. Of course, it is stopwatch. It's all about how much time you can garner when you're on defense. They're doing a lot better this time than they did the last time. They obviously learned a few lessons about how to defend against a team like Frenchclub, perhaps. I would say, though, that we've been paused a long time. It might skew our perceptions of time a little bit. If Frenchclub successfully push after this next Uber fight, this will still be a pretty fast time. It's going to be how many Sensation players can live after Frenchclub successfully push to try and get a fourth hold up. If they can keep a good few people up, particularly their engine or medic, of course, they might be able to even stall this out to maybe double digits, possibly. Who knows? But they certainly got the confidence, maybe. I'd like to see them use this Uber aggressively, clean out whoever they can, but obviously they need to wait for Seeds to be in a susceptible position for them to clean them up during that Uber.
Far so good for Sensation, still waiting. I'd like to just remind that 2 next maps are going to be Koth maps. I don't think it's going to be up to 3. I think it's going to be up to 5. Both, since this is semifinals. I'm just waiting for Wiethoofd. Yep, Wiethoofd is just confirming that information. That's going to be best of 5 for both Koth maps. So they will be a little bit quicker than a payload map, hopefully, as we don't want to have this game last for 3 hours. It's not only very tiring for us as casters, the production team, but as well for players. You can definitely see that the later we go into those games, the harder it gets for the teams and the players to keep it together. And this they start making mistakes, and it's just at the end it's down to the personal endurance on how they can actually manage to do so, because especially if it goes to the 3rd map after 2 full maps, as well as probably some scrims in between, that would be just a very long game to play, a very long evening for them, and definitely they'll all be tired.
You definitely don't want to be tired, susceptible to making mistakes on a Koth map, of all things, because of course, if you didn't catch it, our next 2 maps will be Warmtic and Cold Plant. But you don't want to be tired, you don't want to be irritable on a map like that, where your fortunes can swing so quickly just off one good push, one good pick, a sick play by someone on the enemy team. I don't know.
In actually finally on pause. This long pause is finally gone. They're able to get back into the action now. Blue team here, Frenchclub, are holding in the boiler. They are working on an Uber. They don't have it just yet. Dave is 100%. We know that already. He hasn't popped in the past 2 pushes by the Frenchclub. Going in, are they? Going. And now they have a good position here, actually. They're not being spotted by the sniper. Sniper is holding in the window. He might snipe medic. He's waiting for that pick. Seeds is still alive. He doesn't know Oli is there. He's still in the open in the sideline. Olga actually being finished up by Spanzandy. But look at this. Nicely done by Oli. Taking down Raph, but Seeds is still alive. Still no Uber having popped, and Dave actually going all the way back, getting forced out there. Finally, Tourettes Frenchclub will be able to have the advantage they need and probably push off of this.
That was a very good aggressive play from Frenchclub, coming from the very angle that Sensation were defending, and because of that house, I actually literally just couldn't shoot them. Just good awareness of how Sensation were defending as they start to push in now themselves. But
going in, look at that.
Getting a little bit denied, getting some spam out on that sentry. You get Fux and Sis, but Space Dandy getting so much done with the Wrangler. Buck gets cleaned up. Will they be able to hold this?
They will be able, actually. They're losing quite a lot of players. Kellis actually going down in seeds as well. So, a lot of players down for the Tourettes Frenchclub team. Once again, they're unable to push this point. It's being held out so strong. Ollie also still alive, still holding top right here when you're looking at the blue spawn. Very well done. He has a lot of sidelines opened up, and he also can block basically people from pushing through Boiler. But so far, so good for them. They're still holding it pretty strong. Frenchclub are out of ideas on how to attach this, or attack this, not attach. But yeah, seeds, 30-40%. They've still 100. They popped early last time, but they didn't have to use it when the blue Uber popped. And now Kuno trying to scope it with the Machina. Only picks up Kalos at 12k already. Well done there by the red sniper. Kuno's trying to counter snipe and he's missing the shot. Now once again, Frenchclub are on the back foot and losing precious time.
This is almost like a reverse of how Sensation struggled to push fourth last time around. Frenchclub just, it seems like they don't have ideas on how to push this. Obviously not being at a constant Uber disadvantage is, would be a help for them if they can keep seeds alive. But now they're going to look to see what they can do with this Uber VU, although they do have Kunu dead.
Now, look at this. Whole red team is holding in the top area in the windows. You have a medic there, a heavy there. Demo Fox is still roaming around, but Sniper, Engineer, pretty much all the core classes you need for this are in the top window. They're well protected, they have the height advantage, and now the Bluebirds push it being popped. Kayla's going in, but the flash is going off of the heavy. Diak's getting sniped with a 13 kill onto Ollie Sniper Rifle. Kayla's trying to go for the sentry as well. He's still alive, he's still up. Buck's actually very low health, and Spacey, they haven't spotted him, but Ollie, he's getting another headshot onto Kayla's with a 14 kills to his name. He is unstoppable at the moment and saving Sensations from losing third point.
I don't know what exactly happened there. Seeds Ubering Deox in, and then he just kind of left him and just wandered off. He didn't want anything to do with it after that, and that just left Deox to get cleaned up and Dave to Uber in some players to get cleanup work done. It does mean Seeds has an advantage now, but that was a very, very weird attempt at pushing from Frenchclub, I think.
Good pick there. Buck going down to Kuno Sniper Rifle. Kellis has a free reign, not having to worry about the heavy holding up there. But you have to remember, the entire red team is still holding in the top area. Their Sensations are using this very unusual strategy, and you would not believe it to work, but it does. And Frenchclub are out of ideas how to approach this. Kuno is still being a menace, trying to get the Ollie kill. Ollie is completely unstoppable and protected. He finally gets the kill, opening up the room they need. They have the Uber charge. They will go in. Sunrise. Kayla's going in, spamming the sentry. So low health already. Why isn't it down yet? Going in on the side. Dave actually finally popping back onto Fox and Sis, pushing away the blue team, but the car is slowly being pushed. Sentry still alive, still doing some damage, and Seeds has to get away, and once again this push has been dismantled by Sensations.
I mean, if you're going to Uber in on Badwater third, one of the absolute first things you need to be trying to do is to shoot down that sentry gun. And after the first few stickies coming out from Kalis, they just kind of ignored it. No one shot it, it allowed it to be rebuilt. And Space Dandy was just standing pretty much AFK on top of it, aiming his Wrangler. That should make you sniper food, but Kunu obviously just didn't see him.
Now, once again, Sensations actually holding it a long time already. I do believe it's been 6 or 7 minutes so far. Fire, oh, he's been spotted by cops, but he's still up, making his rounds around. He'll be fine. Nice little fake there. And he will be dangerous. Seeds on 100%. Dave only on 85. They know they have a slight advantage. They're going with Uber just in time. Uber, look at this. Sentry's still up. Very low on health. Gonna get spotted space. Then he actually finally getting picked up by Kuno. Push the car they are. Dave has the Uber. They're gonna go from behind with Buck getting blasted away is Dave. But they're following up with Fox going in for Seeds. But Seeds is all the way back already. They lost a lot of players, but taking down the Sentry is very crucial. What a headshot of the hearts. Trying to take down the Seeds with a nice few rockets, but this is not gonna be enough as they are alive. They have their medic. Slight Uber advantage to their name. Frenchclub may finally be able to get this point. Only level 1 so far by the engineer. This is just a race against time and against respawn. So many sticks up. Summer is going down. Sticks up on the card. So close to the point. Kuno picking up Sis. That's no pyro. They will be able to stick on the card right now. 60% onto Dave. He will not have the super in anytime soon. Buck's actually getting spammed out. Look at this. Frenchclub going in with full force as well. Deox, the scout here. Olga trying to push the card. Only level 2. This is still not able to have the point on its own. Finally, Seeds get his Uber. Gonna chase up Dave. Dave's still so close to it that he's gonna get it popping immediately. But the card has been cut. I'm not sure what the time is on it. But Buck is just cleaning up the situation. Damage has been done, however. Finally, the 3rd point belongs to Chess Club.
11 minutes 50 seconds it took them to cut that. And Dave gets out. They're gonna get a significant hold up on 4th here. This could get very, very long indeed if they're not careful. We saw the power of that household there. It took Frenchclub so long to figure out what to do. This time they shot the sentry, they shot the pyro, but they didn't shoot the medic, and they were able to come in and clean up players afterwards. But they somehow managed to get the engineer cap at the very last second. So now we're going to have a last point battle here.
Now Fox being picked up by Kunu, a good opening there. They have 85 already. Dave is 90, but they're losing a lot of players. Level 2 Sentry being finally picked off. Space Dandy now a lot of trouble. Dave needs to get out, but he's chased by Sunrise. He may be able to get the Uber off, but not quite done yet. Seed's actually a lot of trouble. He pops. Buck is a little bit too scary to deal with, but now he's being chased by Olga. A little bit of a exchange there. Dave actually going down to Kalis as well. This is easy pickings for Chess Club, finally managing to overcome that plateau. A lot of players actually being exchanged. Still anyone's game at this point. There's exchanging players. Seeds is still up there. He's still trying to heal up the team. Sunrise is on the card, just picking up with Wrath on the top rafters. Finally, 13 minutes and 20 seconds to cap 4 points for Chess Club. This is not something they can be happy about.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Like, as I said before the game, they got absolutely stuck on that third point. They only just capped it in time too. There was 20 seconds left on the timer. But we have to remember, Sensation failed to push last time. And even still, it took them nearly 8 minutes to capture the 3rd point. So Frenchclub, you know, don't be too worried. They're a pretty experienced team. They'll know that they can hold this. It's down to Sensation to have the self-belief now, to be aggressive, take space, and to take time.
After overcoming that plateau of a 3rd point, Frenchclub are probably, having a little bit more respect for Sensations. Holding it that well for that long, in that unusual position, definitely has kind of had to get into their heads. We'll see how it goes in this round, as Sensations will have 13 minutes and 20 seconds to push 4 points. That's a very long time, and a lot of time to work with. But we can see that the engineer Cobbs is putting the sentry in a very usual spot, overseeing the tunnel as well as protecting from any sort of jumpers going. So we'll see. Deox actually holding quite far back as well. That's a good position to be able to spot the jumpers and maybe deny them. Hearts and Sis already going up the cliff. Hearts getting ready to jump here, but there goes the Fox. A lot of rockets or a lot of spam being exchanged here, but no damage been done to the red team. Frenchclub holding nice and steady. Sis actually just gonna be cleaned up there. Very easily done by Olga. Now he's gonna be able to squeeze. No, Deox is getting the better of him. So now, once again, Sensations will probably try to go for a second sack wave. Fox actually flying up but getting stopped. And whoa, what a headshot by Kuno onto Hearts. Stopping in midair, denying him from bombing his own medic. Well done, and once again, Frenchclub are just showing what they're made of.
That was a fantastic denial of the jumpers initially from Cobbs, with that Wrangler just shooting them out of the air. At the same time, Kuno got the shot down on the Buck, who was trying to creep uphill, I think it was, get some spam on that sentry as well. It was just a really good denial from Frenchclub, showing that they are the bosses and they can most definitely defend this if they wish.
Ooh, once again, Fart's going with Fox, a lot of damage onto Seas, but he's still up now. He's on
the
fire.
pyro bomb as well.
Yeah, he's been using that backpack, but it's just not been enough so far. Cobb's actually going down there, and the red team knows it. Look at this. Frenchclub are just body swarming the sentry, trying to protect it from any spam imaginable. Kuno actually going down to Fire. Fire's still alive. He may be spotted. He's not. He's still behind. He's still being a menace. Uber has been popped and forced by Hearts. Going in is Frenchclub, but they can't find any targets as Heart was basically on his own with the distraction by the spy. Now fires all the way back once again. Seeds is... Oh no, he gets caught out by Fox as well. Neo's going in and he gets a triple quadruple onto Dave as well.
Oh, stick play.
What a play.
Flank heavy is best heavy, man, I'm telling you.
No one expected the Russian to be there, and there he goes, just gets quad kill and a medic to boot. Buying his team quite a lot of Uber charge to work with.
My rhetoric after that Uber force from Hearts was going to be that Seeds seemed to be in two minds of trying to force them, but also wanting to try and get out. Then he ended up getting cleaned up by Fuchs, but you know what, it doesn't really matter because it turns out Deox is a god and can clean up people from whatever hiding positions he has. Perhaps he was a spy main in a previous life.
Thinking emoji, but look at this. Once again, Dave, 60%, Seeds, 80%. Third point shenanigans. Level 2, level 3 sentry by Cobbs. Once again, in the window, we pretty much have a mirror situation going, just with slightly different holding spots forward to Tourettes Frenchclub. Holding a little bit far forward, in the open, able to run away from spam. Hearts actually pushing the cars so far forward. Look how aggressive they are, but all he's actually getting reflected by Sunrise. Well done by the Pyro. Slowing down them just a little bit. Waiting both teams for the Uber. Dave finally gets his. Gonna go in, fire. Look at this, he's behind, he's getting a stab on Seeds!
Seeds saw him decloak. I'm almost certain he saw him decloak. Oh no, that's awful for Frenchclub. They were looking good with a good setup, but oh no.
I am out of words. I don't know what to say here. He saw him coming. Now the Uber comes in. They don't have the heals to work with. Cobb's actually still holding his up. He has a lot of trouble. He
haven't got the sentry.
He's still up. He's still keeping it up with the Wrangler, with the Rescue Ranger, and the Reg. He's still holding this. And now Seeds are rejoining the team. They're able to stop this offense, taking down spams, taking down Sis. And now Dave actually has to get away from the situation. Space Standing also going down to Crew. That's a cleanup crew coming back from the spawn for the red team. And it looks so well for Sensations. They looked so well, and what happened there? Why didn't they cap? They couldn't take down Cobb's sentry.
They got the sentry down to about 10 HP, I think, and then, I don't know, Fox just kind of turned away from it and started shooting other players. Just allowed Cobbs to heal it up, take it off the Wrangler and clear up any players who were under it. That was a mess. After such a good play from Fire, albeit probably with a face stab. Oh, I don't know.
Oh man, lack compensation, am I right? But now, Ducks holding in the top window. They do have the Uber charge. Dave the gamer also has his right now. Going through the boiler once again, they really seem to be favoring that spot. A little bit dangerous if their enemy sniper is still up, which he is. Ollie's actually looking into the behind the corner. Seeds is also quite safe and sound. The sentry's going down there on the red team, and Sensations are going for the point. They need to put the Uber Frenchclub going in. They are, but now Dave doesn't have anyone to flash. Buck is finally reunited with him, but he had spans on the car getting cleaned up as well by the red team. Frenchclub having a lot of trouble. Actually, Buck taking on one more before he succumbs to his wound, and they're headshot by Ollie onto Seeds.
Oh no, man!
This looking so bad.
Medics are an endangered species.
But Kuno equalizing even one on his own, actually taking down Dave. Like you said, it's endangered species for both teams. There's just kills being exchanged left and right. Actually, very nice stick there on the Kuno, cleaning this up. Now Deox has to sit on the card with his team, trying to protect it from being pushed in, as it is very, very close. And there's no Cobbs to be seen to be building that level 3 sentry once again, but we have a very mirror-like situation from the last round where Sensations were holding a third for such a long time and is back and forth, but now they're up and running. Seeds also already on half health just as he reached the front lines.
Yeah, he peeked at the corner and got body shot down to about 40 HP. He's very lucky he didn't die. Oh, Spans gets cleaned up by Kuno.
This is just not looking very good for Chess Club at the moment. They don't have the sentry to be up, and Fire is gonna work on this. He spots one, he misses the stop on the sniper, and he saps the sentry, but still level 1, still up and running. Cobbs is trying to work on this. Fire's still behind, but they have to let this point go. They don't have the players, they don't have the positions, and now with 6 minutes and 46 seconds to go, They have to hold last with everything they've got, and what they've got is a level 1 sentry and a 100% Uber charge.
It's certainly the best way for them, really. I think Uber going to get forced in through this corner. Counter Uber coming out from Seeds so much better, but he's having to flash a lot of people. Ultimately, not much accomplished by either side there. But thankfully for Frenchclub, the 3rd point blues have been cleared.
Now the last point, but we have to remember that in the first round of this set, Sensations have a very, very tough time pushing into last, actually not even managing to do so. But once again, Frenchclub in a very comfortable position, knowing what they have to do. Diox a very aggressive spot as well as Raph, getting healed up by Seeds, doing a good job. They're keeping the team alive. Blue team here, Sensations, are not really keen on going into this choke. Oh, Buck is taking a chunk of his damage, but he's gonna get the sandwich and heal it all the way back. But actually getting caught off by Diox. Well done, Diox is still behind. Look at this! He's maybe able to get Sis, he will! He's all by himself, almost getting Fox as well, but Fox is getting healed up, and Diox still being a menace in the map rooms. He's still doing quite a lot of damage. A lot of players down for Sensations. 5 minutes and a half to go for them to push this last point. Definitely doable, but with how Frenchclub are playing the last point, it's gonna be a very difficult task.
Hearts went in for another one of his bombs there and got Seeds down to about 50 HP, but got cleaned up. That could have really opened up the space for them. And now it's Uber v Uber on this point. Diox low gets arrowed up. Sensation here, they know they've got 5 minutes, there's no rush. Trying to see what opportunity they can take.
Look, they have the Uber, they popping it onto the windows. Buck is actually getting blasted. Fox going late. The sentry's down actually, but they're getting disconnected with the combo is Fox. Actually, they're not deciding to jump down there. He knew the Sunrise is going to get him if he does, and they've smart decision to get all the way back, losing a lot of players as a result of that. And once again, just Frenchclub losing the sentry, but not much else at the exchange of pretty much the entire Sensations team. And once you do that, you don't have much to work with. Flyer actually getting a nice step on the Kunu once again, showing what he's made of that really nice French baguette. Is finding basically the sniper every single time. Is actually buying quite a lot of room for Ollie, and Ollie has been popping off last round, so they're hoping to get the same situation going on in this one. Fox actually going, look at this, Ollie Fox going from the tires here. Dave doesn't have the Uber yet, he's have the advantage, but he's low on health. It might be a good opening there, because they're trying to get a stab on the Dave, but now they know where they are. Olga is gonna try to get a thing. Nice fake by Dave, they're still holding up there, but he's not healing people on the cart. Sentry is level 3 under the staircase. Have been an opening for Sensations. They have the Uber charter, but so does Seeds. Looking for an opening.
Few players going down on either side here, but oh no. Fox and Buck both cleaned up. Kalis now on a 12 kill streak, 13 kill streak, excuse me. Hopping off. There's that level 3 sentry above the point, but it's going to get sapped and Dandy's going to get cleaned up. This is just going to delay them another bit, but they still have 3.5 minutes. They don't want to force things. They do need to get a good pick before they can think about going in.
Yeah, they have the Uber, but so does the red team here. Frenchclub are in a comfortable position. They have a level 3, they have everything they need. They also have the players, only missing 2. 3 at the moment. That's actually could be an opening for Sensations. They're getting the call out. Hearts going in, trying to get a medic, but he's deciding to go for the sentry. Sentry actually going down. Cubs is currently rebuilding it. Fox all by himself trying to take down Kalis as well as Seeds. But now those are nerves of steel actually holding it in. Here Dave's still 100%, he's still waiting for the opening. 3 minutes to go. Still have some time to maybe go for some sack ways, maybe try to get a medic, but it's not quite working out for them. Kazul is all the way back right now, he's looking for an opening as well. Sensations is just waiting for something, but no one is actually quite sure why are they so passive at the moment. They have a level 3 even running down the tracks.
They're sending in another sack wave here, but they're not really going to get anyone. Oh, maybe they're Kalis. Oh, that was an 18 kill streak on him. That's going to be good. Deny them with a spam. They're going to wait now to get Buck and Fox up again. Maybe they'll be there quickly enough in order to push. But really what they need to do is they need to drop down from the overhang. Come from tires maybe. Because what they're doing here through choke is just simply not working.
Isn't it? Now, 2 minutes to go. Time slowly running out. Ubers have not been popped for the past 2 minutes. They need to find a solution in this situation. Frenchclub are just well too entrenched here. They're just well too positioned. They're getting a few kills here, actually getting Diox and Olga. Good picks. That's actually taking quite a lot of the damage, and now Seeds has a lot of trouble healing all this damage up. Spans assist on the cart right now. going nice damage onto the combo. It's not going to be enough. Actually, Buck paying with his life. Kazul, nice. Kuno equalizing. Space Dandy trying to put a level 3 up there. What a headshot by Ollie onto Raph midair. And now the Uber has been popped by the blue team going in. Cobb's actually losing his sentry to fire, getting cleaned up as well. Look at this. The entire blue team actually losing a lot of health. Dave is low health as well, but Red Uber has come out. They are up and running. Sees half health, but he's okay. 1 minute to go. A lot of blue teams is just suicide themselves, just bashing their head against the wall that French Club is. It's just not looking too well for Sensations right now. They have a lot of time to work with, but they just wasted it on nothing. And now there's fire under their behind, basically.
I mean, you said it yourself. They had 5 minutes to work with there, and no one during that time thought, you know what, guys, we're getting completely destroyed by Kalis and Joke here. Can we maybe push from map room or from tires or something different? Because it was just, as you say, they're banging their heads against the wall and expecting a different outcome. Every single time it was just the same thing.
Gonna be pain in the head for them, and now with 30 seconds to go, 100% Uber charge on both medics. They're in a very comfortable spot here. Wrath actually taking down fire, Sis going down as well. That's 3 people down on this push already. Dave low health, they're trying to hold this in. Buck's actually gonna DMD us, but Deers win this one. They don't have the players to work with. Space Dandy hearts are not enough to just take down the entire red team, and with the Uber coming out of seeds, flashing as heavily as he does, this is just gonna be cleanup crew for Chess Club, or French Club as they're named themselves now. With 1 second to go, this map will go to the way of the Frenchmen.
Again, just like the last time, Sensation did not know how to push that last point, and they punished for it despite having an unending amount of time to do it. That's really disappointing from their perspective. You know, Badwater, it is a staple Highlander map. You really need to be able to push it a lot better than they did today.
It's so strange because they looked very well on the previous 3 points. It's like they scrimmed and they had the strategy and ideas on how to hold and push 3 first points, expecting as if like the last point was easy and, you know, we'll just kind of wing it. But it turned out that French Club was just flat out better on last. They didn't, like you said, you mentioned yourself, Sensations did not manage to cap last one time. They managed to cap one time, but it was a long time as well after holding 3rd point. So it's just been a difficult path for Sensations so far. And going into Koth maps now, seeing how well Chess Club or French Club is prepared, how much of their personal skill is there, as well as the teamwork and cohesion. This is a very, very tall task for them, but we're going to take a look at the logs real quick. And no surprise there, Kuno with 31 kills, and this time Ollie is up there as well, equalizing the amount with that amazing, I do believe it was a 410 kill streak.
Yeah, Kalis really went ham on defense, getting a lot of spam out. Obviously, these damage per minute stats are going to be a little bit skewed because of the pause. But I think without the pause, he would have been breaking 500 TPM there. Some massive choke spam. Kuno getting a huge amount of kills. But Ollie got more this time as well. A little bit more space created for him, perhaps, by his team. I think we'll find, yeah, again, a lot more kills for French Club. 30 more. But this game was an awful lot closer than the first. Sensation perhaps getting to grips with the team that they're up against, and maybe figuring out different ways of pushing, except, of course, for pushing last.
We're slowly moving to Warmtic here. This first game is done and over, with the 1 point going to the way of French Club, definitely putting them at a much more comfortable position. And Warmtic is also the pick of French Club. The first map was picked by Sensations, I do believe.
It's the other way around, actually.
The other way around.
Badwater.
So now this is the Sensations' time to shine. If they pick this map, they hope to be better at it. And hopefully we'll see some, but you have to remember the sight lines on this map and the different ways like a spy or a scout can get through the vertically, you know, this map is also like vertically inclined, so soldiers and demos have a lot of room to work with. It's just flat out like on stats. Once again, I think French Club will take it 5, maybe to 2. I won't take it away from Sensations that they did play well on Badwater so far. They just didn't have an idea for last point. This time, this is just going to be 1 point they have to worry about, and see how it goes.
I think maybe Sensation picked this with an eye towards Hearts. You know, he is their marquee player, I suppose. He is the guy who can pull out these big plays, as we saw in that first game, that massive bomb onto seeds. You know, this map is pretty much well designed for soldiers. Lots of high ground to exploit, a decent skybox to use, some good places to kind of skip jump along walls, that sort of thing. You have a lot of angles to spam with. You know, this is a soldier's playground, and perhaps that's where they're aiming towards. But you have to think as well, this is a really good sniper map. Lots of different angles, lots of little corners you can peek, and Kunu is going to abuse that, you have to feel.
Well, now we're slowly getting the gamers in. Still ready from the last game. Still probably tired. We were scrimming before this game. I know that Chess Club or French Club, I keep mistaking their name, but look, they've been around for a very long time, okay? Just renaming their name with the one different word except for the rest is not going to make me stop calling them Chess Club. Especially that there's so many gamers there that did belong to Chess Club itself, but Holos is doing a good job holding the team together. Playing high is maybe a little bit insulting to the original Chess Club maker, Scissors, but now a little bit of a game banter going on. Both teams getting ready to go. Again, Warmtic, very, very open map, and medics just do not have an easy life. But you know what? Like, I don't think they ever do.
I mean, theoretically, you would think on Badwater it's quite easy to defend a medic. But at the same time, we saw how many times Seeds and Dave were killed in the last game. So, you know, I often think that the team that can best protect their medic will obviously have an advantage because of heals over heals, more Ubers. And in a COT map in particular, Ubers are so crucial in order to take over the point. But at the same time, sometimes superior DM can also win out.
Superior DM. Well, slowly getting ready once again. I think we have almost all players in with no breaks for us, the production team as well. We're also getting a little bit tired, but so are the gamers. So we're gonna take just a very, very short break, hopefully like 90 seconds, and we'll get back into it in a second. Oh, we're not gonna take a break as the team's actually readied up in the future. Okay, thank you, Wiethoofd, for telling me that just now. But yeah,
no break. We power through.
I'm just
deliver
trying to
the entertainment.
Rehydrate, as this is very warm where I live right now. Just rehydrating, you know, having the water in my system, trying to power through as well, because the gamers, the casters, and the production, everyone's tired already. This is definitely starting to go into the mindset of both teams, you know. Definitely. I've always been saying that you need a good rest.
I don't think they're really going to get any, are they? That long pause, they all did warm-up scrims. That was a pretty long Badwater game as well. And now, you know, COT map, you got to have a sharp mind. Got to be aware of where the flanks are, where the spy is, any bombers, that sort of thing. You might need to call different pushes, different holds, depending on how the enemy team are playing. COT maps are often, you know, they're often touted as DM havens, but there is an element of game sense required here too. It'll be interesting to see if the team's game sense has dulled after the last while.
Yeah, both teams is actually up and running, and now we hear the timer going off, getting ready to get this game started. It is best of 5, so first team that gets 3 points here will win the match, as we are looking at Kalis and Fux going who's going to be faster to the midpoint. It looks like they're roughly equal here. Kalis a little bit of an edge over Fux to keep putting a lot of damage to Fux, but Fux has also quite a little bit more health. Now a little bit of a stalemate going as well. Fire going already behind. Raph is putting nice damage there onto Buck in the drop down. Arts is going to help him out here, but he's going to get cleaned up. Yeah, he does. And does. But a lot of people actually dying here for Tourettes Frenchclub. They're still up and running. They still have the medic. The French sandwich is also there. And is putting out damage in the drop down in there. But look, Fox going behind looking for a medic, but he just looks very lost. He didn't know what to do there. Nicely done with the Jakeowaty. Gonna slow down the team. Headshot on this Theos as well. And now with the main, heavy main, it's gonna be difficult to hold this. Oh, the Uber has been forced by Sis. Look at this, and he's still running with his life, getting cleaned up. But the Uber and the damage has been done with Dave popping up his, but only has Buck to work with. has just been an exchange of misplaced Ubers. Albeit one was forced out, but look at this! Buck is using the distraction that Boxes gave him, and now gets the medic.
That was an absolutely crazy mid-fight. Both Pyros forcing out the opposing Uber in different ways. Then Buck dropping down, getting that medic kill. Crucially, they've managed to keep Dave alive, but they've lost a lot of players. They're only respawning now, and it looks like Frenchclub are going to get this point back. Slowly though, it's only ×1 on point. Just the engineer is going to get cleared off by Demo and Scout. But he's got backup now. This should go back to Frenchclub.
Once again, only 30 seconds on the clock for Sensations at the moment. Ollie has been killed, as well as Hard, Space Andy Fox all going down. That's only 4 people up for the Sensations. And now this is the time for Frenchclub to use this opportunity to push into the enemy spawn. They can definitely do that, take nice offensive positions. The X already in the middle. Raph is holding on the little shed on the side. And Kalos is spamming the ramp, so well done here by the Frenchclub. They have the position with Hearts actually going in. Look at this. Hearts is actually sneaking through. He's been spotted, but he's still doing damage. He's actually taking a nice rocket to the face, but he's still okay. And now Buck going drop down. He may be able to spot out Deox. What a serve by Seeds. He has to pop, because if he didn't, the gravity would have taken him down. And now the blue Uber is coming out. They have to get out here. Sunrise is actually pushing them by buying the red team some time to get out of there. Nothing is being exchanged, but Seed once again surfing up on the Fox. Still up and running. He's gonna get the sandwich. But the point is going to belong to Sensations after this amazing push, but he's still alive. Still, there's some damage done. Kazul's on Cloak. He may be able to get Buck. He does. He misses Dave, and Dave has to get out. And after this back and forth, finally, Sensations capping the point. The Tourettes is about to take it away.
That's kind of the problem with holding Banana from Sensation. He can get spammed out so easily from the crates. They took so much damage and they just had to run away because Dave, you know, it's not healthy playing with 60 HP as a medic on an open point where you can easily get spammed. So now they didn't hold the point that long, maybe only about 15 seconds. They're going to want to get this back before Frenchclub get too much of a lead.
Frenchclub actually holding very well. They have all the classes in position. They have 100% Uber charge. They're getting quite a lot of spam onto Seeds. He's only half health. But they're going in with Kalis, trying to take down Dave. He didn't even take any damage. Pops anyway. Fox going in, half health, trying to find some kills on there, but he doesn't quite so. Deox actually in the drop down, taking down Fox. Buck actually going down as well, spans all these people, and Sensation's just been lost. The Tourettes Frenchclub decided to just spread around and try to like just keep away from each other as to not take too much damage from Fox. And it has worked out splendidly in their way, as the point still belongs to them. 1 minute to go for Frenchclub. And now Sensations need to figure out something that they need to do against this, with 30% advantage for Seeds. Is not gonna do well, I guess. Oh, Hearts go with a bomb onto Seeds, but nicely air blasted by Sis. Sunrise.
I'm sorry. Kunu's trying to no-scope headshot people with the classic. I've been rather distracted for the last 20 seconds, and he gets Buck.
It's always funny to look at an animation that Slipper does when he's just like slowly walking in with the no-scope. But it's working out for them. They really don't need to have... Look at this, he getting another headshot without scoping in. He's still being a menace. Look at this, he's just walking around. Fire's gonna get him. No, he doesn't. Fire misses the stab. He's still alive though. Uber has been popped by Seeds. They are just securing this point from being capped. Counter pop by the blue team, sharing very heavily. Seeds gonna get caught off, but they're not getting on the point in time. They needed to be un-Ubered in order to cap it, but unfortunately the scout who got there in time spans was flashed. As a result, the point belongs now to Tourettes Frenchclub. The second round on the way. That is unfortunate for Sensations.
Sis was on the point as well, trying to counter air blast, but he was also Ubered, and it was just wearing out on him as the timer ran out. That's so unfortunate for Sensation.
Now, once again, Kuno still running that unlock. Quite ballsy on his side. He's actually low health, getting blasted all smithereens. Fire's gonna try to look for something. He's been unspotted yet. Unspotted, that's a new word that is in my dictionary at the moment, but yeah, Kayla spamming the point. Nicely done. Buck being picked in the drop down. This is a favorite spot by the heavy so far. I mean, has a lot of view on the point, but at the same time, you're not but Dave. Azul
Big
I'm just
Frenchman
like going,
plays.
As I'm going on a tangent here, Kazul just uses the situation, picks up Dave, and finally the point will belong to Tourettes Frenchclub with 100% onto Seeds. They're losing Deox constantly in these team fights, but they don't really need him. He's just there to take the damage and get spammed out, so the other team not focusing on their medic or demo, and it's working out well for them. With Deox, once again, look at this, heavies are really favoring those drop-down spots.
I mean, people aren't checking them, so why not? It's just they get a lot of work done cleaning up. But on Kazul's pick there, you know that there's been plenty of distraction created for a spy to take the space when even the casters are distracted.
Same place right now, but Dave, 50% as opposed to 100 from Seeds. It's going to be very difficult for them. His spams trying to get something done, but to the 5th kill onto the classic from Kuno. Oh, but Oli is actually equalizing Raph. Kuno, actually Olga going down as well. That looks promising for Sensations. They're on the point right now. They're not popping yet, Frenchclub. They do pop it just now in time to block it from being capped. Leading the charge of Sunrise, but he's going to go against Sis, and the Pyro fight is not gonna go well, as Fox getting flashed himself. And now, well, Seeds has to get away from the situation. He does. Low health. Low health he is, but he's still up and running.
I don't really know what that Uber was coming out from Dave. I don't actually need to use that at all. Frenchclub had completely seeded the point, really. And, I don't know. I really don't.
Kuno is just still no-scoping people with the fully charged classic. So difficult to deal with so far. Look at this, he gets Dave as well!
No respect whatsoever.
This is just absolutely insane coming out of him. Seeds alive and running. What a bomb by Hearts, actually, but it's not quite enough. Fox actually getting mid-shot in the air. And are we witnessing the birth of a new meta for this map? I mean, we know Kuno is a splendid, amazing sniper, but the no-scopes, fully charged classic on an open map like this?
I mean, it does make sense. There is the meme of
a classic.
You getting the classic. But you do actually get full unobstructed viewpoint with the bomb coming in from Hearts, forcing Seeds kind of get anything with this. Doesn't look like it with that mini sentry being wrangled in Banana, but it's actually not a bad weapon, particularly because you can charge shots while still having an unobstructed view, even if you are moving very slowly. It is actually a decent weapon to use.
It's actually working out for them right now, and you know we know that Frenchclub are a good team, but seeing the weapon being used so efficiently is just puts some faith into the strategy. You know, like you said, it's a bit of a meme, but if it ain't broke, just keep using it. So Seeds right now has about 30% disadvantage as opposed to Dave. Dave is still not opting to use. They do have the point and they have the control of their Banana. But now they're just waiting for an opening to happen here. Sunrise is actually very low on health, but they're waiting for some picks to happen. Dave actually on half health. With Kazul so close getting spotted by the scout. Such an easy spot to spot a sniper or a spy here. Deox on top of the Raptors as well. He may be able to get some damage done. The Uber has the blue team. Seeds has his to counter. He does with the scout. What a headshot onto Buck by Kuno once again. They're going with the scout all the way through. Dave has to get away with that low health. He can't risk it, as the point's gonna belong to the chess club team or French club. Oli gets a wrap and gets a Olga to boot. Finally getting counter sniped by Kuno, stopping the madness that Oli is trying to do. Oh man.
I mean, yet again, they're holding Banana and they're getting forced from spam from both lower and upper ground. And then Fox gets just launched into the air. He's on 10 HP. The Uber's been used. He could be flashed to save him. But nah, just let him crater. Why not, like?
Oh, see, so low HP, look at this, he's still dodging, he's still weaving, he knows there's so many people around him, he's trying to get spams as well, trying to go for it, no fire going for the stabs, not quite enough, Fox jumping in, but Sticky just bounces off of the medic's head, but they're going in with the Uber trying to get something done. He comes getting a pistol shot onto Dave,
what
and
is
Steed
going
is still
on?
alive! Steed is out of there. Steed is out and about
20
with the points.
HP after all of that, and he manages to escape. The man's I don't even know.
He's a madman, but the point still belongs to Sensations with 50 seconds to go. Only 30 to go for Chess Club here, French Club. As for Chess Club, French Club finally spends actually, They find him out there. A few nice meat shots with Holos down as well. And the timer ticking down their backs, basically. I mean, there's a new metaphor going on for you. As the scout is the only person capping the point, is very close to being done. And he might actually get it. Olga, that madman, Fire is still reluctant to get a stab
the
on
reflect from Sinrise, keeping him alive on 3 HP to finish the cap. Sick play.
The point is now for KritzKast here. 15 seconds to go. Not much time to work with for Sensations. They almost have the Uber charge. They're getting the kills they need. KritzKast are losing Deox. It's a very crucial thing to happen, but it will be able to regain that point with 30 seconds to go. The KritzKast still have Buckjaw dropping down, getting no scope there by Kuno. No sir. It's just showing how this unlock is just so silly. It just works. Seeds 90%, 100 almost. Dave 100%. 15 seconds to go. 4 Sensations on the clock. And KritzKast are now going on the point with Holos leading the charge. Nice spam being delivered in the banana. Counter pop onto the blue team, leading with the scout. Spams trying to get the Cobbs taking down. What?
How does he do this? They're gonna get the point back?
They are. There are only 3 people up for the blue team here. Sensations are scrambling to get on it, but with 1 second to go, there's not even overtime. As the second point of this set going to the way of KritzKast with 1 left to go for Sensations if they want to keep in this tournament. This is just this is basically, like I said, exhaustion and the psychological game and the fact that they're, well, basically against a team that should be in prime. This is just all not working in their favor, but they will try to do everything in their power to do this. They have to if they want to stay in this tournament, otherwise they'll have to fight for the 3rd place medal. Still respectable, but not as good as the 1st place and by any means. Sensations, look how aggressive they are so far. Fox leading the charge, putting so much damage onto Dios, actually going down there. Seeds is not taking much himself. Fire actually taking out Holos. That's looking promising for Sensations so far. Buck's actually being the first one here to die, but there's a lot of people as well. Dave actually getting picked up in the back line. No medic for the blue team. Now they're just basically throwing people on the point, looking for Seeds himself. And he actually does go down. Heart's finding that one last rocket before he dies. And Seeds going down. That's going to delay Frenchclub from capping the point, but Seeds are still waiting for some respawns to happen.
Art started off that mid-fight with a sick bomb across the point right into Kunu's face and killed him. Respawns, comes up, cleans up Cobbs and Seeds. No problem whatsoever. Ollie popping off at the same time. Fire with the stab on Raph.
Oh, my Heart's going with another bomb onto Seeds, but with 1 rocket and just kind of choked there. Didn't quite manage to get the second one off. Fire's actually, look at this! Fire's gonna get Seeds! No! Seeds! In the last second, he just jukes it without knowing the spy's there. Fire getting caught out. Kayla's putting some damage out. This point now belongs to Sensations with 30 seconds ticked already. Well done for the blue team. Fox is actually leading the charge there. Dave, 50%.
Cobbs
Seeds
is
with 80.
Cobbs is behind him in banana.
No, that madman. He's spotted by the sentry, but it's gonna take it down.
How did he get there?
Enough of a distraction. Look at this. Dave and Buck are all by themselves. There was enough of a distraction for
He's on the medic.
It's good to go in. No way. Oh no, he's getting cleaned up. Heart's finally going
so
with the
close.
clutch.
He makes the space of the cap though.
Yeah,
what
he
a play
did.
from Cobbs.
He did make all the space, like I said. Just KritzKast went in once they realized that Cobbs is all the way back and harassing their medic. And now Dave almost dying there to Cobbs, saved by Hearts in the last second. Kuno's still being in that. Look at this. He's getting a no-scope onto his scout. And he's still being very annoying. Fox already low health, gonna get cleaned up as well. Seeds with 100, Dave with 100. There will be an exchange coming up very soon, but, well, Sensations are kind of missing players at the moment.
Yeah, they're going to want to use the super. I mean, the times are fairly even, but this is a round, of course, that they absolutely have to win. It was looking so good for them, and then that just massive Cobb split just buys the point back for KritzKast.
Yeah.
It's often difficult to get this point back with just a simple Uber exchange. That's what they're going to have to try and do here.
Yeah, I mean, who said that engineers cannot make plays, right? And Cobb's clearly showing that he's not made of just the regular American stuff. He's the real Texan here, but they're regaining the point at the moment. Looks like KritzKast are not really keen on defending this. They're letting Sensations take it. Very early Uber coming out of the blue team. Nicely done by Kuno taking down Hearts. the red Uber being much better than the blue. Going on the point is Frenchclub, putting a lot of spam onto the combo. Dave's already on half health. Fox taking quite a lot of damage. He's probably gonna get cleaned up. He is. Sensation is actually losing a lot of players here. He's all the way far forward trying to spot a player, but he's not able to do so with Dave all the way far forward and only a scout and a sniper to protect them. It's not gonna be looking too well for them with 1 minute and a half to go on the clock if they want to stay in this tournament and fight for the first place. It's just looking so grim for Sensations.
Again, can't really hold on to the point for that long, Sensation, but in the process of getting the point back, Seeds went down to below 10 HP and again survived. So the man is a lucky charm today. When he's in this sort of form, how can you possibly win? Fox gets picked up by Kazul on the point. That could just get Frenchclub the point back again for free.
Yeah, look at this. They have 100% Uber charge, however. They will be able to get something done, but Kazul is onto the medic. No, he gets Sis. He's looking and he gets the medic as well with the pistol. Dave drops the Uber to a spy revolver.
Ollie was standing right beside that, just scoped in the whole time. He could have unscoped and just whacked him with the machete, but
could have just gone with Classic and he would have been able to see him way before he came. But this just shows that no matter how good of a sniper you are, if you don't have your awareness, it's just not gonna help your medic. And medic just gets gunned down, but no fire, looking for an equalizer. Seeds at 90%. They are in control of the point. Not much time left for Sensations to keep their dreams alive here. Kuno won a headshot onto Wally once again. Hearts going onto Seeds, but Seeds, what amazing dodges. Actually, the whole sack wave going and forcing the Uber charge, well done, but now look how much damage is Frenchclub doing with this. They're going with the entire force, flashing the soldier on the way as well, still in control of the point, 20 seconds to go, with only 4 people up for the blue team. Sensations. I don't think it's just not possible at this point right now. Fox will be trying to maybe get in time on the point. He's gonna put a lot of damage. No, he just gets headshot by Kuno. This is no contention at this point. Span's still trying to get on it. He may be able to buy some time. No, the spy actually fire gets it. He's low health, and that's all she wrote.
There we go. Yeah, well, sack waves don't generally include your medic, but hey, it happens.
It happened, and unfortunately didn't work out in their favor, as Frenchclub are winning this set with full points going into the finals, although points don't really matter as much as the placement. They are able and eligible to fight for the first place in the upcoming finals against either, I do believe it is Ugandan Pizza Police or Little Team. We'll see about that this Sunday. But before we head off with Gamma here, we're going to have a last look at the logs. Obviously, logs are everything about that TF2 is about. Let's see how it goes, but it's unsurprising at this point.
It's the Kuno show. 35 and 9, 600 TPM.
This is unsurprising.
Oh my god.
With top scoring here as well, Kazul, Diox, 21 kills and Olga 18, all belong to Frenchclub team. Unsurprising here. 1 drop actually onto Dave. That was to the revolver from Kazul. Very unfortunate for the medic, but he was just hoping that the spy will be dealt with, as Kazul was very low health, but this just didn't happen in time. It was just a one-team show.
I would say as well, they struggle to keep Fox alive. Look at that, 20 deaths on your demo, man. You don't want that happening on a COD map. And you could just see how much more work Galus could get done with only 7 deaths.
Yeah, and look at the kill spread as well. 18,000 to Dave, but almost 25 onto Seeds. I mean, it's clear that Seeds wasn't as focused as Dave was, as well as he was just very well protected, and the surfs he was getting away from Hearts, Rockets, and Fox sticks. That was well done. And well done, well deserved to Tourettes Frenchclub, advancing themselves into the finals of the 15th season of the ETF2L League. But I do believe that would be all from us here on the KritzKast Twitch channel. Getting a little call from Wiethoofd. What do you want us to plug in? Now, next Wednesday, we're going to be having the grand finals after we know who's going to be playing in them from the other bracket semifinal.
There's the Prem Grand Finals there next Wednesday. And they're going to be live here on KritzKast.
As always, we're always bringing you the top quality Highlander content, as well as top quality banter and commentary. But we will be signing off here with Gamma here. Myself was Jake here, casting this amazing game. I mean, obviously, very well done to French Club. Pretty much unsurprising, kind of unfortunate for Sensations that they did have to meet them here in the semi-final stage, but they're not out of it yet. They still can fight for the third place, which we also will be bringing to you hopefully somewhere in the future. That is it for us. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next cast.
It's all so boring.